Philadelphia police and fire departments are teaming up with Operation Gratitude today to recognize all the heroes working hard behind the scenes.
So Steve Keeley is live with our sponsors at Rivers Casino, where volunteers are assembling hundreds of care packages. Hey, Steve.
Well, how about a guy that does 2 decades with the U.S. Marines, and when he gets out, he says, you know what, I'm not done serving this country. Kevin, thanks for your service, and then your post-service service is even more something to be proud of. 3 organizations like this where you're trying to help veterans after they get out like yourself, and then here trying to help people who are really on the line every day, 911 center callers, and those folks who work at Penn Presbyterian who save lives every day after a gunshot victim. What are you doing here today with your Operation Gratitude?
Well, we're bringing volunteers from across Philadelphia together to assemble 900 care packages from grateful Americans across the country. As you said, 300 911 dispatchers, 600 doctors and nurses at Penn Presbyterian Hospital.
All right, and we see, come back here, Greg, we're going to show you all these thank you cards. Who made these thank you cards, by the way, that each one gets?
Well, not only these handmade bracelets
we'll get to that in a second, but...
Yeah, sure. So these are handwritten letters from grateful Americans across the country expressing appreciation, but also expressing understanding and empathy for the service and sacrifice of unsung heroes like 911 dispatchers, healthcare heroes, first responders across the country.
Yeah, a lot of times somebody gets shot, the first call's to the 911 center, and then the police rush into the hospital, and then the other end of saving that life is the people at Penn Presbyterian. Now, on your wrist, you're wearing one of these bracelets. Explain what that is.
So last year alone, we supported 620,000 deployed troops, veterans, first responders across the country. These bracelets, every single one of those care packages had a bracelet in them. These are handmade by grateful Americans, a symbol of appreciation. But when a recipient opens this care package today, a 911 dispatcher, a healthcare hero, on top, they'll see this bracelet and these handwritten letters, and they'll know that grateful Americans took the time to serve too. This is not just about saying thank you. It's about going a step beyond, bringing the community together and building bridges between civilians and those who serve and protect our country and our communities.
And for the uninitiated watching home, what does paracord survival bracelet mean? What do those words mean?
Well, a paracord is actually the cord that holds a parachute to your back, and it's the strongest cord in the world. So it shows our first responders that unity, that gratitude, that appreciation that every American feels for their service.
And like a parachute, they're saving lives too, and that's why
exactly
it's a paracord survival thing. And then other little things that you don't think are handy, but come in handy, especially the pain relievers, because we know those jobs are very stressful. Sometimes you got an aching back after doing a 12 or 18-hour shift in a cop car or in a 911 center or in an emergency room.
Yeah, and we're driven by the inventory we receive, so there's some great companies that send the bulk items that you see, but really what makes the care packages extra special on top of those items are the handmade items from grateful Americans.
Kevin, a lot of Americans are grateful for your service in the Marine Corps and then your service afterward. So exemplary. I'm feeling like I'm worthless after meeting somebody like you, so great job. Emily from Rivers, come on over here, Emily. I'm going to drag you into this. Emily, Rivers Casino does a lot besides have a lot of gamblers, but why did you want to be part of something like this?
Well, we saw this event a couple of years ago before the shutdown, and it just made sense for Rivers to host this event here in our event center. Not only do we have the space, thanks, we got a big check here, but in addition to all of our community outreach, it is so important to not just our customers, but to our team members to get out, volunteer, and be able to give back to the servicemen and women, the first responders, healthcare heroes. They have done so much for us. They've done it selflessly, and it's part of Rivers' mission to be a caring community partner and friend. So, Kevin, if you want to come over here, in addition to all the items that we're doing today, we wanted to present Operation Gratitude with this check for $2,500.
Wow, that's awesome.
You get to keep the big check, too, which is pretty cool, but, it's just a little something to show how much we appreciate you personally and what you've done for the company and what Operation Gratitude does for everybody out there, giving their all to keep us safe.
Thank you, Emily.
So much.
I hope that fits in my bag.
Yeah, and we already told you no blackjack with this. This is for your crew. Okay.
Exactly.
Guys, thank you so much. Congratulations on the great job you're doing, and I know the 900 people on the other end of this bag are going to appreciate being appreciated themselves.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Great job. All right, guys.
Yeah, it's so amazing to see those care packages and the handwritten letters as well. They deserve each and every one of them. Steve, thanks.